Hey there, everybody. So, one thing that I frequently see in online discussions or I'm asked in person is, should I be writing every style of game music out there? Will that help me find work? And this is kind of a multi-tiered subject, and my thoughts on it have changed over time, so I thought I would address some of this today. I will say that this is just what has worked for me, and it might not work for you, and that's okay. So if we take this question and condense it, what it becomes is, if I'm a jack of all trades, will I also be considered a master of none? And the answer in my mind to this question is, well, maybe, but probably not. However, you might be perceived as a master of none. Now, there's several reasons why I say this. When I was starting out, my music output was incredibly varied and there was really no line through it. It was kind of just very hodgepodge, just put together, and that's kind of what I thought. I wanted to be that jack of all trades. I wanted to be able to find all the different types of work that I would be able to. However, during this time, I was trying to pick up too many musical styles. I was trying to spread myself too far while I was also learning production. Naturally, this made this output very subpar, actually. However, as I was networking and doing all the social things that I was saying in my last video, one thing that started happening is the music tracks that I got the most comments on were my classical music and my soundscape music. Around this time, I did a reevaluation of my career and why I wasn't finding work and what I could do to improve. And in that evaluation, I had to come to the hard realization that a lot of the music that I was putting out wasn't that great. On the other side of the coin, I do know that I have a huge background in classical music, both in large orchestral and smaller chamber ensembles, which is why this music was shining through and getting me good comments from people. And then also, in my last year of college, did I really get involved into soundscape type music as well. I spent a lot of time studying it, a lot of time writing it, so I really got in tune with what makes that style of music work. So I knew that I excelled in that also. I took this knowledge, and during my reevaluation of my career, I created what I call my elevator pitch. I write large orchestral, ambient classical, and soundscape music. However, I am experienced in a wide variety of genres as well. And I am experienced in these genres, especially more now that I have more production skills under my belt. However, these are the genres that I feel the most comfortable in, and they're what I would consider myself an expert of. This pitch allows me to position myself exactly as I want to be positioned. That way, people can now know me as the large orchestra guy, the ambient classical guy, and the soundscape guy. However, it doesn't close off doors for other genres at the same time. And once I started doing this, I actually started finding work almost immediately. And most of the work that I did find was actually large orchestra, ambient classical, and soundscape. It allowed me to do exactly what I wanted to do. Now again, I just want to break off here and say that experiences are going to vary. This is just what's worked for me, and if you find it works for you too, great. If it doesn't, find something else that does work for you. I encourage that. But what I do want to emphasize is that if you position yourself as an expert first rather than a jack of all trades, it allows you to shift people's perspectives of you and your work. Overall, this kind of mindset can help you seem more confident in yourself, and it can help you raise your value, and maybe even help you find the work that you want to work on. So then, let's say that you have no idea what you might excel in. How might you find that? It's an easy two-step solution. The first thing that I want you to do is I want you to go back and I want you to listen to a very large chunk of everything that you've written, and I want you to write it all down in the order from your favorite track that you've written to your least favorite track that you've written. And after you've done this, I want you to assign a genre to every single track. And then the thing that we're looking for here is in the first half of tracks, is there any pattern or repeating genre that appears a lot? And then the second step, ask yourself, if I could write only 2 or 3 genres and make a career out of that, what would I want those genres to be? And then take a look at your list. If they're near the top, you already did it. You found your elevator pitch. You're done. You've found what you're after. However, if they're in the bottom half or especially even the bottom third, that doesn't mean that they can't be your elevator pitch. It just means that you might want to take more time to make them so that they can be your elevator pitch. And the reason why I say this is because these are the tracks that you probably want to write. This is what you want your best work to be in. And during your work, you'll probably be happier if you're working on what you want to work on. And it might be that you do want every genre to be on the table for you at all times. And that's perfectly okay too. Keep doing what you're doing. That's great. However, I really am a firm believer that setting expectations for yourself and that saying that you're an expert in at least one thing really can help people's perceptions of you and your work. Try to find at least that, I would say. Thank you so much for stopping by today. I really do appreciate it. If you want to learn more about game music or just meet composers or get involved with the community, feel free to check out the Discord server of game composers that I helped to organize called Beats to Play Games To. I'm going to leave the link for that right in the description of this video. And please do feel free to reach out with any questions regarding anything, like, comment, subscribe to the channel, or if you just want to follow me on Twitter at KyLidian2, I would really appreciate that. I really do hope that everybody is staying as safe and healthy as they possibly can right now. Thank you so much, everybody, and until next time.